Now this person here, even though I'm younger than him, I'm talking about way younger than he is, he still gets around better than a lot of folks. And do you know when I ran for mayor, he was just right there by my side, giving me kind words of encouragement, and he said I was his hero. Now coming from a gentleman with his stature, talking to a younger man like me, and said I'm his hero, that means that really, I can't just do anything I want to do, or I can't just act crazy. I've got to be right. So that's nobody else than my good friend, Brother Price. Now he's a former law enforcement agent himself. So can you see that big guy with his stick, boy? Oh my God. You know, there's a lot of folks that come out. We got a lot of people that I appreciate. John Cross, who was down there, he can tell you about how they were telling him go back to his own country. Now, I don't think those kind of folks that I like to play with either. And when you have 2 reconstructors on your arm, I can tell you, you're really not really happy about folks that do not denounce people's behavior. Now, if the Tea Party is a party that talks about justice, talks about their position, then that's fine. But if you got folks running around doing things like what Kenneth Gladney has done, and you don't denounce that kind of thing, when you got people going around spitting in the face of congressmen, and you don't denounce that behavior, when you got people going around making racial slurs at U.S. congressmen that fought during the civil rights period, and you don't denounce it, then you're saying that you advocate what they're doing if you don't denounce it. And so if the Tea Party, my letters to people went out, my Facebook went out, my emails went out, and I said that if the Tea Party wants to be considered a serious party in Missouri, they need to denounce that kind of behavior. They need to stand with me and denounce that kind of behavior. And if they don't, we need to do what we do with everybody that don't need to be in Missouri. Run them up out of here. Who's scared? I ain't scared. I've just never been scared. God just didn't give me a spirit of fear.
Not so.
So many people before me said, and I will repeat this all the time, if a man, Martin Luther King, I got this from, if a man or woman has not found something that they're willing to die for, they're not fit to live.
That's right.
I'm willing to die for the fact that my children have a better world and a better society than when I came in.
That's right.
There are folks that died, fought, got bricks thrown at them, all kind of things. I wouldn't have to sit on the back of the bus so I could go to any school I wanted to go to, so I can live in a place in America I want to live. Now if I can't go down to Melville, Missouri without being attacked and the police arresting me, then something's wrong with Missouri and we need to change it. I really didn't have a whole bunch to say. I really just, didn't want them to really get me on record because, anything I say can be and will be used against me in a court of law. But I do have the right of free assembly, and we do have the right to free speech.
Right. Yes, sir.
And as a preacher, this is Christian doctrine, you all. As a preacher, I have free speech. You can't control my speech.
That's right.
My speech will land me in jail. I'm going to close with this. Martin Luther King said one more thing. He said, the cross we have to bear.
Yes, sir.
And your cross sometimes will lead you places that you just didn't want to go. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Your cross sometimes will make you go to jail. It'll get you in predicaments. Ultimately, you have to bear your cross, and everybody has to go on that cross. And ultimately, that's something that you have to die on, that cross. And Jesus died on the cross for you and me. So if he did that for us, what are we willing to do for one another?
Give up the ghost.
All right. So I'm going to encourage you all to go out and tell your friends, tell your neighbors that this is a movement. And what it is just a movement about the truth. Because the truth pressed the earth shall rise again. And we need to get out and tell folks what really happened. I want to thank our blogger, Adam Schreiber, because all the stuff he researched, is the reason why we're able to really, our lawyers took his stuff and along with what he had, and we're really going to put a real strong case together on why they should drop the charges. Hopefully this thing doesn't even get to a case. Now, Mary Ratliff lives all the way in Columbia, Missouri. She and her husband drove all the way down there. Did you all get it last night or this morning? Got it this morning. And I remember in the meeting, I was talking about people in prison. And Mary Ratliff, our president, said, well, McCowan, we need a prison coordinator. And I to leave. But now, with this over my head, I'm kind of concerned about my ability to leave one day. But I want to thank Mary Randall for her strong, powerful, loving, kind, nurturing words that have encouraged me and strengthened me to go through some more. Just a little bit further. Just a little bit further. Now, I was on a radio station, and I was telling them, I want to say this publicly. I did use the N-word, but the N-word I used was Negro. As a Baptist preacher, maybe I should not have said that. Maybe I shouldn't. But guess what? As wrong as it might have been, it was not illegal. And all it took was a simple apology for me to say, I'm sorry about calling you Kenneth Gladney a Negro. But I was excited. I saw the little shiny, silver little buttons over there.
He was a Negro.
I saw the little shiny, silver little buttons over there. And I inquired, why were you selling those buttons, Rob? Where they find a Negro like you to sell buttons like that? But he's been all over the country saying that the N-word is another N-word. That's not the N-word I use. I did not use that N-word. Okay? So let's make the record straight on that one. And I do apologize for calling him a Negro. But that's not illegal, and that's not something I should be charged with an assault for. Okay? I should apologize and make an amends to him and to everybody about using him. But here's my thought. Negro happens to be on my birth certificate. Now, until the United States get up and apologize to me for putting Negro on my birth certificate, I don't know about apologizing, but it says Elston McCowan, Negro, and it has Rachel McCowan, the mother of the Negro, and it has Elvis McCowan, the daddy of the Negro. So I come from a long line of Negroes myself. So, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. But Joyce, you all met my wife. She's a wonderful singer. I call her my Joy Juice. She drives our church band, which one of them got blown up when I ran for mayor. Folks that talking about, I said Mayor Slade blew up my church band. I don't think Mayor Slade got up his bed late at night, put on some black face and mask and stuck and blew up my band. But I think folks who support him certainly saw that band driving all over the city, passing out Elston McCowan literature for mayor, and thought it'd be a good idea to blow it up. Yes, I do. I do think that. But she drives our van. She teaches our Sunday school. She does also, you talk about I'm not your superwoman. That wouldn't be what Joyce would say. Joyce would say, Reverend McCowan, I am your superwoman. And I thank God for her. That's my real. That's my real. Now, I'm all for gay rights. There's nothing gay about old Reverend McCowan. Anytime I want to get home and touch my friend on the side, all I need to do is touch Joyce. All right. Now, finally, I want to thank everybody came out. Dolphus Pruitt, thank you, brother. He sent out all the press releases. So the press has been calling us. We've been doing interviews on the phone. So I want to thank Brother Pruitt for all this help. Thank Jerry Hochstein. Jerry got on the radio the other day and announced we just might be suing Kenneth Gladney and the entire Tea Party. I was so proud. I was so thankful. But all our personal business that we take care of with our family, Jerry Hochstein deals with it. He's a good family attorney if you all need a family attorney. Thank you very much. And then you also have my good friends Don and Barbara. These are guys that taught me and got me involved in the environmental movement. And I never heard of environmental racism. And I just thought that was an interesting dynamic. And as I delved deeper and deeper into it, I realized these giant, great big corporations are going all over the world, finding people that cannot defend themselves and poisoning them with their toxic waste. That's environmental racism. So I got all that. Thank Louis Jean Turner. Thank my good friend Molens. Perry was down there defending me. And he was telling the folks, you're hitting a blind preacher. Now, anywhere else in the world, that would have stopped the fight. But not in Melville, Missouri. And I think the folks down in Melville should be embarrassed about that. It happened in their city and want to try to do something about it. Yeah. So I want to thank Perry for that. Janine can do what Janine says she can do. So we thank Janine for being here with the Huffington Post. She's oftentimes put the story in there for us. So we thank her for that. Finally, last but not least, my good Deacon Lionel Nixon. Raise your hand, Deacon Nixon. He's our media counsel and doing a wonderful job. I'm contacting the media for